and action.
Oh, hello, my friends. It is I, Alphinius Goo. Good morning to you. Camera Mendy is behind the camera. Say hello, Camera Mendy.
Hello.
Good morning, my friends. It is a wonderful, beautiful day here in Colorado. We have these marvelous blue skies and not a lot of wind, and it's going to be nice and warm. Wonderful day to go sit outside and get a little sun. And since we have 4 seasons here, we definitely have months where you don't get so much sun, and it's kind of nice to have these kind of days start coming out as spring is sprung, so to speak. Yes.
Well, actually, Colorado actually has some of the sunniest weather in all of the United States.
That is true. I actually thought about that as I said it. You know, it's got like 5 less sunny days than Walnut Creek, California, which is a very sunny place, if you know what I'm talking about, right?
But we also, like, our sunny days are also cold a lot of the time.
Often quite cold and windy, yes.
Yes.
So the wind chill and all of this kind of thing that goes on. Anyway, Camera Mendy, we are talking about the weather, my God.
I know. How sad is that? How's everyone doing today? I am just finishing up our giveaway stuff.
Oh, nice. Well, you finish up that, because I got a bunch of things to talk about.
You just start talking, and I'll finish this, and I'll let you know when I'm ready.
All right, my friends. So it's going to be fun today. We're going to back to the Netherdark adventure, and that'll be fun. We've got some prizes to give away when we do that. And we've got the Vilandea tour, which I'm going to shorten just a little bit today, because I actually want to talk to you about some stuff that during the stream. So if you just kind of put this in your mind that this is going to be a little more interactive, even though I know you all snarky comment all the time, you know, but this is going to be a little more interactive, because I want to talk about how some things that people might be interested in the stream as we go forward, making it better, making it more fun for folks and entertaining and all of that kind of stuff. And I want to get your input. And since you're here, you're the perfect people to give input to the stream. So this is a marvelous thing for us to be able to do. So Camera Mendy's going to read all the suggestions and comments and put things up, and we're going to do a little dialogue back and forth and all of that kind of stuff. So that should be great. And Camera Mendy, we're also doing the giveaways. Yes, we're doing some actually beyond the Netherdark, right? We're doing some other stuff.
Yeah. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just getting the rest of our giveaways ready for our charity event that we just held. So we raised $1,220 for Game to Grow.
That's great. It's really wonderful.
Yeah, it's super. It's a big number. So anyway, so we are giving away 5 more Alfabio folios, signed Alfabio folios, and then the really big prize is going to be the.
Hold on, Camera Mendy. I threw up a little bit in the back of my throat.
Oh my gosh. And then a really big prize is going to be a limited edition version of the Cyclopedia Magica signed.
Yes, but now that is not produced yet. So all of you who win this thing, it might be a couple 3 months here before all of these are done, because all of the limited edition. Yes, because all the limited editions are being done last.
I know.
Just good things come to those who wait.
But let me just say this though: you won't have to wait as long as those who are still waiting on their limited edition West Verdestia's one in the Great Gooey Dungeon Game Show 2020.
Yes,
I think.
It's okay. They also were made aware that these were the end things. Because what we do is we make them all at once, right? Does that make sense? So all the limited editions have to be done at once at the end. So the one for the Cyclopedia Zyathé Volume 1, The Weirded World, Encyclopedia 2 and 3, East and West Verdestia, and then of course Magica. All of these we're going to do at one time, along with those of you who actually got the special, very special leather-bound editions, including myself, because I got one set of those as well. So that's going to be fun to have those for collector's items in the future.
So are we doing a limited edition Weirded World?
We are going to do that, yes. We did not include that in the Kickstarter, so we're going to offer that out. We got actually a number of emails that are coming out to folks. We're going to, all of our Kickstarter backers, give you a chance, as well as our customers. We're going to do that as well, because we've had a lot of customers who've come in and really supported us. So it's not just for the Kickstarter backers. We're going to send out an email and offer some things from the Kickstarter that some people might not have gotten, and we're probably going to put a little discount on that, save y'all some money, and just kind of give you a thank you for all of your wonderful assistance and friendship and support for us, because we really are getting close. I'm very excited about Chapter 5. Chapter 5 is of course was already well down the line in terms of artworks and things like that, but we're adding more to it. And of course, that will feed into chapters 6 and chapter 7, and chapter 7 will be the end of the campaign, with perhaps some incremental possibilities. We'll see what happens as we ask people about stuff as we go forward. And then we'll begin the new campaign, which will probably start in Verdestia, but take us to Sundestia, which we're very excited about. And there's just a lot of things coming that I'm really stoked. But Chapter 5 is coming along great. Magica is actually in layout right now. A tremendous tome with all kinds of wonderful, cool magic items, stuff from our chapters, as well as many others, wonderful spells, new classes, archetypes. We've got just a wonderful book of lore, which even sort of explains how magic works, and it's got what we call unrealistically plausible. Yes, that's what we call it. Do you even get that, cameraman? Unrealistically plausible.
I missed it. I'm sorry.
No, that's
I was
right.
looking at the question
what's
from
the
the
question?
chat.
What is the question?
Okay, are the special edition reprints this is Astergarn, can you actually send me this question again? Or included errata updates you guys have been discussing?
So we don't have a whole lot.
Wait, ETA? No, I don't know. I don't know what that word is.
ETA or errata? Errata is the mistakes, right?
Okay.
So there haven't been really too many issues within any of the tomes. A few little typographical errors here and there, which we are doing our best to fix those. But we have had some adjustments, as I've mentioned. As we've gotten so much wonderful feedback about Chapter 1, we're encouraging people to run Carnival over 2 or 3 days instead of 1. We are definitely encouraging people to use the house rule where you give extra spells to your spellcasters at first level. That's all in the house rules document. We have had a couple of typographical errors that we fixed, but there hasn't been that many errors, which is a wonderful thing that we don't have too much stuff. But Astergarn, just make sure that I understand you are looking for errata, that kind of thing. By the way, while he's responding to that, real quick, I just want to say to everyone, if you haven't done so yet, give us a little click on that subscribe to the channel for this wonderful Twitch stream. If you would do that, that would be marvelous. And also, if you wouldn't mind, we also have the YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/the Gooey Cube.
YouTube is just Gooey Cube.
Yeah. youtube.com/Gooey Cube. And if you could give us a little like there, that would be wonderful as well.
Okay.
So did Astergarn respond to that a little bit? Was he?
I think he was just looking for updates.
Okay.
I don't know, but just ask me again, and or just send me an email. He has my email address. Okay. So we are ready for our to do our drawings.
All right, let's do it.
But before we do it, I have a question.
Yes, my friend.
So we have 5 people who have already won Alphobia folios,
yes.
And Harry won the Lookbutt folio. Should the people who win Alphobia folios get entered again to win the Cyclopedia Magica?
Yes.
Okay.
Everyone should have a chance to win the Cyclopedia Magica.
So this is the rolling for the 5 people who will get the rest of the signed Alphobia folios.
Yes, and the people who won already do not get any one of these.
So
but everyone who wins one of the folios will get the opportunity. Everyone should have a chance to win the limited edition. I think that's a wonderful thing.
Okay, so Corgan is our first winner.
All right. And all of these folks have done their duty in terms of going into gooeycube.com/prizes and filled out their thing. Should I make sure that
yeah, if you do win, I'll send the people who do win a message.
But all of you, we give away prizes every week. So if you haven't done this yet, go to gooeycube.com, that's our website, /prizes. And there's a little thing that you fill out there, which gives us, because there's all these handles and Twitch stream and Discord, and there's all these people who have different names when they're on Facebook and all of these things, right? And it's really hard for Cameramandy and the Goo crew to keep track of all these folks. So if we have someone who's filled out that little what's your line kind of thing on prizes, it really does help us.
It's made sending out prizes much more seamless for us.
It really has.
Our next...
And we don't spam people. You already know this, right? So we will not blow you up with 14 emails every day, with all that kind of stuff that some folks do. We will not do that to you.
Okay, so our next winner, I will say, was rolled, but we're going to re-roll her because Lydia just got the second, but she's already getting a folio for having created.
Yes, you already get a free folio, Lydia. So
just know, Lydia, that you were rolled, but you will not win the Alphobia.
But you got a chance to win the Cyclopedia.
Yes, exactly.
Yes,
I just wanted to make sure everyone knows it's fair. Okay, so we're going to re-roll that one for Nama Stacy.
Yay, Stacy! Congratulations! You get one of those disgusting folios with Alphobio's face on it. Yes.
Oh, Heather Greasley.
Yay, Heather!
Won our
Congratulations.
third one. 2 more. Kevin Morris.
Kevin, marvelous. Good for you. Congratulations.
And Michael Young.
Yay, Michael! Congratulations. You know what's fun, Camera Mandy?
What?
Is I've made friends with so many of these folks. When I really know what their names are, I can actually know who they are and say, "Oh, that's wonderful."
Yeah, exactly. I know it is really fun when you actually, get to know your community, and that's one thing I've been really
Michael,
grateful.
I think I sent you a private message. Check that for me when you get a chance. I think I did.
Well, I don't know that Michael's on the stream.
Oh,
you don't have to. This is the one you do not have to be present to win.
Yep, that's right.
Okay, so we're gonna do another. This is gonna be the. I'm just resetting it so that way everyone has an ability to win. Okay, I'm resetting the.
Here it goes.
This is for the big. This is for the big.
Limited edition.
Yes.
Weirded World. Yes.
Okay, here we go. Hans Boyce.
Hans Boyce has won. Congratulations, Hans. Yay, good for you, my friend. That is marvelous.
So Hans Boyce is the winner of the limited edition cyclopedia.
All right. I hope that makes everybody happy out there. I know some of you didn't win. That doesn't make you happy. But we will have more prizes, and we do this all the time. You know, it's one of the things we do. So.
Well, the prize for the Netherdark today is actually right next to you.
On this side or this side?
I put it on the railing of your throne.
Oh, the shirt.
Yeah, so whatever size you are, whoever today, stay tuned for the Netherdark, because whoever wins the Netherdark is going to get a Great
Gooey Grognard t-shirt. Yes, Great Gooey Grognard t-shirt, which says, welcoming, totally fun, and only grumpy sometimes. Ha-ha, yes.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Describes Camera Mandy to a T.
Yes, I am only grumpy sometimes.
Yes.
Kind of most of the time.
Most of the sometimes.
Most of the sometimes. Yes.
Most of the sometimes.
Okay. So next up, we're going to do social media.
All right. There's some fun stuff in there. Did you happen to capture Harry's most recent thing? That
I did not get
We'll
Harry's.
get it next week.
This is
the
kind of
governess, right?
It's truncated. Yeah, but yes, Harry did do an awesome governess.
Indeed.
Okay, so here we go. It's kind of a short social media day today because we have so much to get to. Okay, so first up, this is just some gooey art that you've been posting. I got a few of these.
Yeah, so this is a wonderful, another one of our tavern scenes, and we're working on more of these. And I actually have a scene that we're working on that has a number of our marvelous characters in it. This one is just more open with just no named characters in it. But I'm actually working on a scene right now with 7 or 8 characters. Which includes Starn, Filon, Rycroft the Red, and a number of others that will be in there, which I think many will appreciate when they see it. And I'm going to keep trying to do this with all the people who have done portraits, where we're actually creating scenes that have to do with your marvelous characters that live in the world of Zyathé. So this is really fun, and this is one that Igor did, and it is just so really, really marvelous and feels so taverny and so cool and so adventure-y. And of course, it has a Fey muddle in it, which we were very excited to debut more in the foreground rather than as we did in Strongarm McGillen's image with it in the background. And then, of course, this one here, this is one of the Fey Muddle Rangers, and you get a pretty good idea that they're not really huge creatures here as you look at this, right? But this image was really got a lot of likes, and I hope people are loving these artworks and seeing them and enjoying them because this is the next these 2 will be revealed in the Cyclopedia of the Races, but I think there's going to be 2 more that have yet to be revealed.
What I want to do is put their folios up for sale on the website.
Oh, yes,
I want to get one.
Yes, I know it because the Fey Muddles are fun, and I think when we really roll out, this is this wonderful mage, this is another one that just is, and this, what I loved about this image was that Igor put the Gloomport in the background. And so here is this Fey Muddle mage just off the Gloomport in some of the caverns, because there's many caverns in the Gloomport, and it just gives this wonderful feeling of what's going on in the world of Zyathé. And I hope these all give you inspiration and make you smile and just have you go, wow, because that's what they do for me. And as I've said many times, I've lived my years as a creative person in the advertising business, and I do believe that inspiration and a lot of sparks come from looking at things and seeing the world around you and looking at pictures and looking at artistic drawings and reading wonderful prose and poetry and these kinds of things. And they are worth your time. They are. They're better than television most of the time, and probably not as fun as computer games, but sometimes they could be.
So Lydia actually has a good idea that I love for this. I want a younger adventure module with them. So like an adventure module for kids. Like,
you know what, Lydia, you're right. We need to do that. We need to do, because we are kind of grimdark, and that makes it a little hard to play for youngsters. And I will think about that as we move towards this finishing off this Kickstarter and moving to the next one. So that is actually good. Let's put that down, because cameraman, we get so many good suggestions, and you just don't want to forget things.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna let them know. So based off a suggestion that we had in the show, we are really close to getting all of the pre-generated bundles up on the website. So basically, we're getting all of the pre-generated folios printed. We have like 10 of each of them, and then we'll put them for sale, and you can buy like 6, or I think it was 4, 6, and 8 of them at a discount.
Yes, that's the goal, is to give people more opportunities to give them to their players, that kind of stuff, which is really fun.
Yeah, so, and then, like in the future, we'll have some bundles where you can buy your folio with your miniature for your character.
For the miniature. Harry is actually committed. He wants to do this. He wants to do all the wonderful pre-generated characters, and then as we go forward, he's done already, and Harry just does this out of the goodness of his heart. He doesn't really want the money. He doesn't care so much about that. He just loves it. It's just wonderful expression of his artwork. And Harry, everyone, really, it is so appreciated, my friend, if you are watching today. So,
but it's gonna take some time, because he has to sculpt like 14 more.
14 more, yeah.
Yeah, for pre-generated characters. But I think that it's gonna be awesome when you're able to just like buy a folio with your miniature and.
Yes.
Anyway. Okay, next up, we have some loots from some people.
Oh, is this from
Michael?
Michael, yes, Michael. Glad you got your stuff, my friend. That is marvelous, and fun things that we sent out. And there's some prizes that are in there, and really, I'm glad you got that.
And this is from Chris.
Chris noted to us that he received some stuff. This always makes us smile if you don't mind putting up stuff. It really makes me smile because I get to see that the damn package wasn't blown up in transit. I don't remember, if you all remember a few weeks back, Marvelous Ben showed us this package that went to Germany that looked like it had just been run through the ringer, you know what I'm saying? And it's just all squished and all of that stuff. But somehow on the inside, all of the materials made it in good shape, which was a really good thing. So, yeah, I always like to see them in good shape.
Yes, and a few people asked about Dark Tide's Night, because it's currently a free digital download on the website. These were gifts for GMs who ran games for us.
Yes.
But we currently have over 100 of them, because our printer just sent us a crap ton of them. So I think we'll be doing some for prizes.
Yes, and
going
we also
forward.
might put them up for sale on the website as well at a nice little cost, nothing crazy, and give folks a chance who want to get these at this time. That would be something I think folks would enjoy. So
this is from Corgan, who's one of our winners.
Yes.
This is actually a really cool post if you go find it
really
in the.
Is.
So basically, Corgan broke down Carnival into 3 days, and I absolutely agree with you that the best way to run this is over a few days versus just running it over one.
Yes.
And so, but
in fact, we made that change in the new materials going forward.
Oh,
it
did you?
actually recommends it as. I mean, people can do it in one day, because some folks do want to run quickly, right? But we actually, and honestly, as I think about it myself, even I would probably take it and add a couple of side quests of my own that really had nothing to do with the story, that I knew would just follow the story arc. They'd be secondary, and I'd just work them in as the story arc continued. Because that's, kind of things. And that gives you an extra, if you wanted to add a little dungeon or a little mystery of something of your own, makes it really easy. And then you can salt that in the future as they go to different places and all of that kind of stuff. It's really, really wonderful. But Corgan did a great job just sort of organizing it, because he really wants everyone, I think, to experience the entirety of Carnival. And that makes it a lot easier, but very well organized and wonderful. Thank you for the post, Corgan. It was great to see it and read it.
Yeah, no, it's a great breakdown,
Yes.
And on top of that, what I loved is that he really figured out ways to get like those slide tails in, like the campfire
Yes.
side tales. And that's something that when we played, we totally missed those.
Well, that's because your dad is,
No, that was when we had a different GM.
Yes, I
yeah.
remember. Yes.
We were playtesting. This is before all the adventure was even complete. We were playtesting it.
I remember that in those days. Yes, that was when you didn't even really like this game, Kimberly.
No, I liked the game. What are you talking about? I just didn't know how to play it. I liked the game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
We can talk to her father about this.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Oh, Michael did these.
Anyway.
Yes, this is marvelous. This is his game board. Yeah, this is his table. Yes.
Well, this is a new creation. So basically,
it's not his table.
No, this isn't a table. This is a map grid.
Yes, but I thought it was worked with his table. That was
It's on his table.
Yes, agreed. Yes,
it's a grid where he slips our maps underneath, and it's lit up, and then you can actually like use the grid because it's a transparent grid. You can use it to move your players around the maps.
And different lighting styles, right? Different colors, all that kind of stuff. Very cool.
Fun.
Invented by Michael, far as I know. Yes, marvelous.
So to kind of wrap things up, there is like a lot of really great posts in the Gooey Den this week, but I'm just going to wrap it up really quickly with some of our posts about our Carnival stream.
It was so fun. Corey, you did such a great job. Everybody had such a good time. Elizabeth and Stefan and Lawrence and Fabio.
This is a video that Corey did in our bathroom of him getting ready as Look Butt.
Right. You can see him.
Yeah.
You can see him putting on his Look Butt makeup and all of that stuff. I think folks enjoyed it. We got a lot of nice feedback, and I really appreciate it. We did work hard to try to make it fun for everyone. So I'm glad folks to do that. And Geeky, thank you. That was
this cracked me up when you are humble and fabulous.
Yes, it's both of those things.
I loved it. So yeah, we had a great stream, and not only did we raise $1,220 for Game to Grow, but we worked out a ton of kinks that when we were having technical issues. And to me, for my peace of mind, it was absolutely wonderful to know that we could run a stream without technical issues.
Yes, and if you haven't signed up, you should consider if you're going to Gen Con, you should consider signing up for the Great Gooey Dungeon Game Show at Gen Con. It only costs a couple bucks, and I think we're going to give away a ton of prizes, and you get a chance to play and all of that kind of stuff. So if you can do so, I highly encourage you to sign up for that on the Gen Con site, because this is a lot of fun. And I'm not sure how many people are going to attend, tell you the truth, because lots of people don't even know what it is. They don't have a clue. So I'm trying to figure out how to let people know about it and promote it a little bit. So I got to talk to some folks from Gen Con about that very, very soon. So
we'll have to make a new video. We'll have to make a new instructional video.
Yes,
after
because we're actually adding these other couple steps.
Yeah, we're gonna. So we are going to do one more test of the Great Gooey Dungeon Game Show at KublaCon coming up here at the end of the month, and then the rules are going to be official.
They'll never change.
But one of the rules is going to be that Alphinius can just do whatever he wants.
Yes, that's the last rule.
Anyway, okay, let's go ahead and, do you want to talk contributors really quickly?
Yes, so contributors, apologize for the delay. We just wanted to make sure we had all our ducks in a row. We've been making some changes to the website. We now use an entirely different shopping portal and all kinds of stuff. And actually, we're beginning the process of a whole new website, which we think is going to be much easier to order from, much easier to find things on, much more informational, and will include all of Harry's minis on there. This hopefully will also have our community store, where if you're part of our community and you want to sell some stuff that actually has Gooey Cube on it, we give you approval to do so, and you can upload to the community store and be able to sell some things on there, and we'll take a little piece of it, but promise we won't take a big old 50% or some crazy number like that, because we want our friends to make their money when they work hard on stuff. So we will do our best to try to do that. Also, very excited about what's going on with the minis. Daniel and Matt look like they're going to be doing printing of all of Harry's minis going forward, and we have a whole strategy. We're working on that, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Anyway, we're talking contributors. So the Contributors Guild is rolling the next thing, because we want to fill out a few more events and encounters in Gloomport and Darkenhaven. You can pick one or the other. And it is either going to be an event that happens on the top side, which is what they call Darkenhaven, or an event that happens in the Gloomport down below, right? And so this is a couple of paragraphs. It's what a game master, what you would use as a game master for a little adventure hook, Nothing crazy, nothing massively world impacting. This is really as you're walking around the streets, right? So we want to get a few more of those, even though we have quite a few, but I'm a big believer in having lots of cool little things for the game master to choose from, to be able to put in front of their players, because as you know, I don't believe in random encounters. I think they're silly. I think not so random encounters are a lot more fun and a lot more, give the GM a lot more latitude to really craft the story a little bit and craft that with their players. So we want to have a nice, what we call NSRE chart for Darkenhaven and a nice NSRE chart for the Gloomport. So that is a wonderful thing. So that is the next thing. We'll be sending out an email. Sorry, we said we were going to send it out last week, but again, we wanted to get all this website stuff straightened out. So we are going to send out an email here, probably on Monday, but as late as Tuesday, and you should be able to go in and put in those just couple of paragraphs. And then we're giving a nice piece of artwork from Darkenhaven for a reward. So again, our goal is always to give about $15, $20 in value for most of the time less than a page of work. So which is a very nice trade, I think. And I think folks are liking what they're getting and enjoying the artworks. And those of you who've been so patient with Monstrica, yes, we have not produced it. Yes, it is not even being on the docket yet because it's for Kickstarter next time. Most of you, we've done most of your monsters, as you have seen, some of you have seen. And I think that over the next month or so, we're actually going to send you your monsters. So whether or not Monstrica...
Let's make that a couple months because of Alphinius...
I said month or so.
A month or so. Okay, yeah. But our printer will be furious with me if we're like in a month.
One PDF file, one time.
Yeah.
Stan will assemble it, right? To go to Smash Case to do that. One thing, and then we'll get them all put together, so you can have your monsters and hang them on the walls, and so that will be hopefully very, very joyful for folks. So the contributors round this time, a little event or encounter, not more than a couple of paragraphs. That is not world impacting, not the city's going to fall down. You're not trying to write an adventure here. You're trying to just write a random event, not so random event, that would happen as the characters are kind of walking around the city. And I'm going to tell you straight up that this is one of the more fun things. If you don't do this, I encourage you to try it. We actually do, as I said before, I love travel. I think travel is magnificent. And travel allows all kinds of side adventures and things that were not expected, right? Which is why I don't love the opulent use of teleport spells, which is why I don't really like, people just popping from here to there and saying, okay, you're in this city, now you're in this city. I really think that travel adds to the entirety of the adventure. And I don't always make people travel, by the way. There are times when I say, this is a long trip, you're on the boat. There's a couple of events that happen. We have the events that happen, and then they get there, right? Because obviously you don't have to drag out these games.
It can be a little tedious to roll for, does anything happen? Roll a D20.
Yes.
And then you just do that 50 times.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Every single day that you're on this boat.
Yeah, we don't do that, right? We have couple things that happen, and then they go. But travel is marvelous, and when you're walking around the city, there's so many things that can happen, and so many things that can occur, and so we, at least in our tables, we actually do make, you go down this street and you go there and you go there and we roll little dice here and there and we talk about things and perhaps we insert something that we wanted to insert and all of a sudden the characters are encountering a couple of different activities, and different things. And sometimes adventures spring from those, which are, of course, always fun. So travel is fun. Don't be afraid to use it. Just use it well. Yes. All right, Cameraman, that covers the contributors. Yes.
Cool. So let's go ahead and go into Vilandea.
No, not yet. I want to do because I want to make sure that we have time, and we're in the middle of the stream. This is a perfect time before some people who might have to leave early have to go. So my friends, I want to talk to you about this stream, and I want to talk about some things that other people have mentioned to me that we might consider doing as part of the stream. Now, obviously, we can't fill it all in. We can't fit all of this stuff in all the time. And I know we have gotten a lot of positive feedback about the tours, and I appreciate that. They are fun, and I enjoy them. But I also know a lot of people have asked, could we actually do 15 minutes of real, true game master tips like we would like to do. A number of people have said they'd like to have readings from our materials as part of stuff. And so I would just appreciate, while we're sitting here talking about this, and I'll throw out some thought starters as well while I'm doing this. If you would put up, and cameraman, you just keep your eye on the chat. if you put up ideas or thoughts that you would love to have us do in these streams, and we'll ask for clarifications. And I wish we could do this live. Another thing that people have asked is, could we go back to doing some of the meetups on Discord? And I'd like to know if that would be something people would like to do, a little more intimate, give people a chance to actually verbally communicate back and forth, which I still miss. I love those things we did in the early times. It was a lot of fun. This is fun, but it's not as much fun as talking to your friends, right? This is the difference. So we can't really do that as part of the stream, but it is something else that I'd love to hear about. The other things that people have talked about are continuing, like the Netherdark Adventures, these kinds of things, and having the prize giveaways, which I know are popular with folks, and we would love to continue to do that and try to weave in sort of tours at the same time. And some part of me says maybe we should do the tours and the sort of adventures where we give away prizes all together as one thing. We still want to try to keep this thing at an hour or less. So, cameraman, you got anybody throwing out anything yet? That they
yes.
Want?
So,
tell me.
First off, people do miss the Discord meetups. So we should try and do those at least once a month.
Yeah, we need to do that.
There are a few things that we also have in the works in terms of the readings. Like, I really want to do a podcast of readings.
So if we did that, we did a podcast, would that be of interest to folks where literally you're not going to see me, it's just going to be a recording?
Yeah, well, it'll be an audio recording of you doing readings. And then my goal would be to try and do that weekly as well, and try and release them on Wednesdays.
Killing old Alphinius here.
Well, you don't have to do, because it's all edited audio, you can just do it once every month, and then I can just edit them and release them.
Yes.
Okay, so this is from Kevin, I think. I definitely appreciate perspectives from other GMs and lore immersion, like readings or tales in universe. It helps to take the soul of Gooey Cube and Zyathé back to the table. And I absolutely agree with that. We do want to get more people on the actual show. This is just something that involves a lot of planning, and we are still fly by the seat of our pants.
Well, the thing is, the problem with it is that it's, already, Camera Mandy and I probably spend 5, 6, 7 hours a week getting ready for the stream. And to add more people to the show and all of that stuff adds more time to Camera Mandy's workload in particular, because she's got to figure it all out to get people on the Zoom, make sure everything's working, the technology. And really, we aren't quite there yet with our technology, really understanding this new program that we're working with, but we are getting there. So I love having folks on the stream. It is a wonderful thing, and my plan is to continue to do that, to bring more of our people onto the stream, because I think it's a lot of fun, and it gives people part of our goal is to give people the chance to be able to write and contribute to the world, and to have those little features, I think would be a wonderful thing. So let's just make sure, cameraman, we figure out as we get done with this learning curve on this program, how we might be able to do that more efficiently going forward.
I mean, I feel like we have it. I feel like we could bring guests on.
Well, we do.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about, if we were to try to do it as a segment weekly, for example,
that would be us needing to get in front of it and have an actual schedule.
Yes.
And we're working towards that. It's just that we already we're getting to the point where we have a little bit more capacity, seeing as we fixed a lot of the technological problems that take a lot of my time and energy. So we will move towards that.
That's a great suggestion.
Yes. We have Trey says the tours and the adventures with questions during the show are great. Kevin says doing one-shots and running a game with production value is probably enough work that doing that more than once every 2 months is probably untenable and understandable.
It's very, the stream was a tremendous amount of work. Now, it was great. I mean, we got a lot of wonderful feedback, and I thank people I'm glad you enjoyed it. We were really trying to make it not just fun for us around the table, but fun for you who are watching, and I think we got an awful lot of folks who said they really enjoyed it. So we really appreciate that, and of course all the folks who donated. Thank you. That was marvelous.
Now, with that said, I am trying to. Okay, so we are about to move offices.
Moving offices.
Yes.
The Goo is moving. Yes, yeah. Moving Goo. Yes.
But one thing that's going to be super helpful to us is that this studio and the dungeon studio are going to be in one place.
Yes.
And so that means I'm going to have to do a lot less moving equipment between the two studios, which means we'll be able to do a lot more streaming just in general, because it'll all be set up and I won't have to do as intensive of a setup between the two rooms. Now, with that said, I am trying to move us towards a place where we do the Great Gooey Dungeon game show more than once a year in terms of like with the Discord, the way that we had it before where we had the Discord interaction. Yes. And we will still do it at, conventions and stuff like that. But I also...
But probably, cameraman, it's a lot of work. Probably only at 1 or 2 conventions a year. It's so much work on you and on the team, So it's much easier to do it from here, right?
Yeah.
What other, you can see other questions?
Okay. Pam wants to know, can we do a podcast with additional voice actors? And I would say that's something that would be a future goal, that we just do not have the ability to do that.
You'd have to live with me for a while.
Sorry. He's free talent.
Yes, I'm free talent, yes.
Yeah. But I think in the future we would love to work with more voice actors and do a podcast. That would be awesome. We already did a conversation with Alphinius and Lokebutt. Pam. You have to go back like 3 episodes.
Yeah, that's worth looking at. That was a little weird. Yeah, it's very strange. There was something about his horns being firm, but I don't know. I don't really remember that.
Okay. Lydia wants to know, at Gen Con, can we do some evergreen interviews that can be inserted later? Evergreen.
So Mandy wants to take videos with people and talk to folks. We are actually gonna ask a number of you who are at Gen Con to make some comments about our materials. And by the way, if you haven't given reviews to our materials on the website, we would really appreciate it if you'd go on there and give The Darkest Dream a nice review, or Chapter 4 in particular, because only a few people have read it so far, so there's not that many people who are diving into it yet. Would be wonderful to get a review there. East for Destia, same thing. The map packs, the same thing. And again, you don't have to take a lot of time. I appreciate the folks who have written these wonderful things. Some folks have just given us wonderful comments, and that is marvelous, but I know that also takes time. So, every stars you feel it's worth, hopefully 5, and maybe a quick little comment is really all that's necessary. But if you could do that, that would be wonderful. So keep going, cameraman.
There's a comment from Trey, and he actually likes the amount of guests that we currently have on the show in terms of like an occasional sprinkling of guests. And it might be something that we look into doing a separate show where we actually bring in, and this is one thing that we are working on gearing towards, is having more content. It helps with algorithms to get our stuff out there more.
And lots of people have asked, and we started down this path of really providing, because philosophically, we are in some ways different from some who are putting out Game Master tips. I never throw shade at anyone's methodology nor what they enjoy at their table, because that is what is fun, right? If it makes you happy and it makes your players happy, you're not doing anything wrong, because you aren't doing it Alphinius's way or XYZ person's way or PDQ person's way. You're not doing anything wrong if your table is loving it and you are loving it. So I just really am very careful about throwing shade. But I do believe that preparation makes for better games. I believe it to my core. I think there are very few things in life that we can do without doing good preparation that really you have a success at as much as if you prepare. And that is not to take away from the marvelous improv-only game masters. Again, I'm not throwing shade. But I do believe that preparation provides a better outcome. And I do believe in things like a variable scaling of monsters. I do believe in things like having sometimes the players get totally railroaded. I have no problem with that whatsoever. I think it's actually very normal in an adventure where protagonists have antagonists coming against them, that bad things happen to them that they would prefer not to have, and they get pushed to do things that they wish they would not have to do. Now, I don't believe that you should run railroad adventures, so let's be clear about that. But I do think railroading at times is absolutely appropriate. I don't even like the term. There's a lot of things. The making lower levels more fun, and a lot of the stuff that's espoused in the house rules. How to run combats that are big without having to sit there for 4 hours, right? Which is sometimes fun, but a lot of times it's not. How to do voices, how to practice and become good at doing voices. How to use portraits and handouts and these kinds of things to enhance the immersiveness of the game. All of this kind of stuff. So a lot of folks have asked for that, and it's something that we started down the road, and it got pretty onerous on Camera Mandy because she was really trying to make these videos all really wonderful. She spent so much time editing them, and quite a few people have enjoyed them. They're on our YouTube channel. But that would be something that I know folks have asked for, and I would love affirmations of that if you think that's worthwhile, or if you prefer not, because there's already so many dang people out there that are giving those kinds of tips. So really game for whatever you would prefer. What else you got there, cameraman D?
Geeky.
Hi, Geeky.
And I agree with this, Geeky, and we're working on it. Need more GM tips on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook Reels. Yeah.
No, you are right.
We need to push out more social media. Geeky is
always pushing me on the social media thing because he's kind of an expert.
And it's true. It's true. And so I just want you guys all to know we are getting to a really good place. There's things that we had to do to get the infrastructure of Gooey Cube to a really good place. And those things are almost accomplished. And then we're going to be moving, which is going to be a few weeks of intense craziness.
It's going to be painful. Painful, yes. Just taking down all of this stuff is going to be, goodness gracious, it's going to be a pain. But we're excited about the new place. We're very excited.
Yes. And then after that, I feel like we can kind of start stretching ourselves into these other areas. And part of it is just you have like this bulk of work over here that you have to complete, and it's a mountain. But then once that gets into maintenance mode, then you can start taking on more mountains.
Yes, absolutely. Other questions you got in there, Cameron? Any thoughts people are throwing out?
I mean, there's a lot of talk about Alphobio. And I mentioned,
that guy, yes.
So I mentioned,
don't expect him to be hanging around all the time.
He's like a little treat that we get here and there. And I mentioned that we'll do a yearly Alphobio Valentine's Day stream. And Nama Stacy says I would pay for a personalized Alphobio Valentine, and I think that's hilarious. And
so I do have another question, but I want to get through everybody else's thoughts here first.
That's basically where we're at right now. We don't have. Yeah.
So another thing that has come up, because I'd be lying to you if it was not sometimes pretty onerous, because Gooey Cube is very expensive, to make all these materials and pay all these artists, and we do want to pay people. We even pay our own amateur writers, who are doing more than just a little bit of copy. We actually compensate them, right? And there's a lot of folks who don't do that out there. We don't believe that is right. And our goal is obviously to always, take care of folks best as we are able. But it is expensive to do so. And a number of people have suggested that we do some kind of a patronage kind of an activity where we provide a printed piece of artwork, access to some certain contents, perhaps a little more extensive little newsletter that we send out that has little side quest adventures or those kinds of things that are in there, these kinds of things. And, charging something modest, because, if we could get, 500, 700, 800 people who were maybe willing to give us, $9 a month or $10 a month or something like that, in exchange for some value. Obviously, we don't just charity here. We're not a charity. But if that would be something that folks would like, I'd love to hear more about that. We're going to actually probably post a poll about that on the Facebook and ask folks. Again, it's hard to get out information. In fact, I just, I sent some people this morning. Facebook used to let us send out 500 invitations to our 1,700 members of the Gooey Game Master's Den. And now they've throttled it back to 50, unless you get a certain number of people who say, yes, I'm interested, I'm maybe, or I'm going, right? So I wrote to a bunch of you and just said, when you see those little invites, even if you aren't going, please push going or maybe, please, because, Facebook takes that as no interest, and yet somehow we end up with 100, 150, 200 viewers every time we run one of these streams. So clearly there's interest out there that folks want to be. So if you could put that in your little mind, that would be wonderful. And let us know if
not in your little mind.
Your little mind.
In your
expansive
mind. There we go.
Put that into your expansive mind and let it expand. Mm-hmm. Yes. So put that in there, and if that's something that you think we could do, let us know. And if you've got thoughts around that, we'd love to hear it.
Also, it's totally understandable if you don't want to put your
and
thoughts.
It's also totally okay not to put your thoughts. That's right.
Well, no, you can also always email us directly about this kind of stuff. We're always happy to receive any kind of feedback, unless it's like personal insults.
Yes, right. No personal insults.
Cameron Mandy's personality is grating. I want her off the stream. Please do not send me that message.
That would break Cameron Mandy's little heart. That would be terrible, right?
It's fine.
So and also, everyone knows this. I answer every direct message that I receive, and I get a lot of them every day, and it's okay. Don't mind at all. I've made a lot of friends here, and I'm proud to call you friends. It is a wonderful journey we have been on, and I'm excited to see the next chapters. It's exciting to see it keep moving forward. So again, any thoughts in this regard? We are definitely going to do another Kickstarter after Gen Con. Unlike most people, we will include our old materials as part of the Kickstarter so that people who buy the old stuff can still get stretch goals and receive those rewards. So that's we're not going to put them on. I mean, we'll have some add-ons, but many of our core materials will be available to folks to be able to purchase and get stretch goals along with it. So I'm excited about the stretch goals. I'm excited about some of the things that are happening with the Dead and Fallow and the Glooming Doom and some of these other little side quests. Keith has done a marvelous job on Legends, Lore, and Libations, and we're going to take that to layout here pretty soon. And so there's a lot going on. All right. Camera Mandy, where are we at?
I think we're ready for our Vilandea tour.
I think because of the time, yeah, let's do it.
Well, it's fine. We could do Netherdark and do our giveaway, and then we can do Vilandea next week.
I hate doing that to people. Some people are on here for doing that. We will do this a little abbreviated, so we won't go through all the slides, and we can do that. So Vilandea, the most important thing about Vilandea that everyone needs to understand is that the original creation of Vilandea was long, long ago in my mind. Because if you all remember, there in some of these worlds there are marvelous nations that are fairly amoral. They're not they want to restrict people's freedoms. They want to control them. They want to oversee them. They want to be very controlling, right? They want to have in the case of Vilandea, right, the iron glove, right? And Vilandea really stems from this marvelous tale of the supremists, which is the next slide there, cameraman. And there are 3 of them. And we mentioned this already in earlier streams, so I'm not going to dwell upon it. But with Zoldathran Vildreen and the other 2, Telvanorn and oh goodness gracious, Josh, I know you're watching. Help me out. Anyway, these 3 marvelous antagonists are mages and technic machinationists, right? These are the fabricationists. They did this stuff before the Woe of Ruin, so they had access to the 10th, 11th, and 12th cycles. They have a whole different perspective on magic than most people who were born after the Woe, and they are also very rooted in their philosophies and beliefs about extending their own lives and about trying to achieve the 13th cycle, which of course is what Galcianthras attempted to do when he broke the world in the Woe of Ruin. And these wonderful supremists are terrible. And
these wonderful supremists are terrible.
Listen, a great tale is nothing without a great antagonist.
Josh says Vexnia.
Oh, Vexnia, of course it is. Yes, thank you very much. So Vexnia and Telvanorn and Zoldathran are these 3, and they are in league. There's no question with the Thu'ul of Slu'ug Vilox, which is a really this is a whole nother set of tales that comes out in East Verdestia and only just scratches the surface. But to understand, what's the greatness of having a really wonderful antagonist, and if you want to, this goes to writing and all of this stuff. Great antagonists are they have multi-levels. They have lots of layers. They are not just I'm a bad guy because I'm a bad guy, right? I'm a bad guy because of all these reasons, right? And that's what if those of you who saw Heath Ledger and how that whole character came about when he did the Joker and why people lauded that performance is just because he built these layers into that character. Taking it to the next level even more than the writers had originally sort of intended, as I understand it from reading about how that was done. And we spent a lot of time, Josh in particular spent a lot of time, and Kaya spent a lot of time really trying to flesh out these marvelous antagonists. And that is what builds Vilandea from that point forward. Because once you understand them, then you begin to understand why Vilandea is the way it is, why it's so scary, why they're so expansionistic, and why they're such a danger to not just the Verdestian continent, but likely to much of the world. And this is what we wanted, was this marvelous land of antagonists. Now again, in Zyathé, no race, no group of people, no culture is inherently evil. Cultures can be amoral, but that doesn't mean that all the people within are amoral. In fact, there are very moral and upright people in Vilandea seeking to overturn the supremacists. And there are marvelous people within Vilandea who are just scared. And so they go along with it because they are intimidated, they are frightened. They have known of people, Was that a Gooey Cube that just flashed? Was that a subliminal message?
No, I'm trying to find the answers to the Netherdark questions because you didn't put them in the email.
Yes, I did.
You put the questions.
Oh, well, I will tell you.
That's fine. Don't even worry about it. Keep going. That was, sorry, nobody knows what just happened. There was a little glitch on my computer that totally messed his flow
Anyway,
up.
let us continue. Let's continue. So for all of you who understand, the next slide, cameraman, that we are in the world of Zyathé, of course, which is right here. And we are in the Verdestian continent, which is the next slide, which is the top left major continent that is broken in half, which is this continent. And you can see on the right-hand side, there's a peninsula that goes down, and it says Vilandea, and that is where we are. And Vilandea is expanded. Goodness gracious, cameraman, I almost sneezed. Vilandea has expanded. Wait, go back one, cameraman, if you do not mind. To what is called the Sundrick territory, which is sort of in the Gulf, right? On the other side of the Gulf, on the sort of, goodness gracious, cameraman, why does the thing keep coming up to the
Because I'm trying to open a file.
So you don't get to see this, but every time I'm watching this, all of a sudden this Gooey Cube pops up, then it disappears. Then it is, again, back and forth, and I can't even see. So I don't think you're seeing it, but I'm seeing it.
Yeah, they're not seeing it.
Anyway, the Sundrick territory is on the eastern shore of the Western Peninsula. And it is actually called the Western garrisons by the Vilandians because they have pretty much dominated this place. We talked about that a couple of streams ago. But most of Vilandea is on the Eastern Peninsula, which is called the Iron Fang Peninsula. So now you can show that slide there, cameraman, with the regions. And there are a number of regions of Vilandea, which you can see here on the image. And mostly what we're focusing on is more the northerly reaches right now. And you can see right along the edge of what's called the Northrick is this Avorta Malou forest. And the Avorta Malou is the true bastion of high elven folk in the world of Zyathé. That is not to say there are not high elves elsewhere, but the Avorta Malou is where most of the population of high elves in the world reside. There's some wonderful tales about that. Adam worked with us on that. Josh worked on that. AJ worked on that. We had some marvelous help from Alexander and Carrie, and we really have this wonderful thing. Jim Kenny helped with that. We have this wonderful thing going on with the Avorta Malou, and a very conflicted people, people who feel like that some are trying to wipe them out, and they become kind of xenophobic and problematic, honestly. But they are friendly with the Vilandians to the degree that they can be friendly. They at least have an alliance of some type, and the Vilandians, of course, exploit that because, as do the elves of the Avorta Malou, because their southern and northern borders are protected, so to speak, by the others. So that is a good thing. So this is the Northrick. And let's just pop in there real quick. And the Northrick territory, and this is actually stretching down. You can see the peaks there, and you can see some interesting places. And the next slide talks about the sovereignty, in general. And I was going to talk more about that, but given our time, I'm going to slow us down on this. So why don't we just look at these next few slides, and I'll go through them rather quickly because I want everyone to understand. Go to the next one, cameraman. I want everyone to understand. I'll cover this more next time. But I want everyone to understand what the Avorta Malou feels like. And these are actually small trees in the Avorta Malou. The sky trees can be literally 50, 60, 70 feet across, not around, across, maybe more, 100, 150 feet. They have certain structures within them that allow them to actually be have buildings, have locations within their trunks that do not actually impede or harm the tree itself. And then they are able to hold huge amounts of weight. And so literally small cities are built on the tops of these great giants. And the reason I want to show this is because this is on the northern border of Vilandea. And people think, well, this evil empire, right, it's going to be a terrible place. When you go there, it's going to just be ugly. But it is not. The Vilandean Empire is actually quite beautiful. And because this is part of the conundrum of the supremacists, is that they are all elven descent. They have great respect for the world at large. In fact, they want to remake the world and get it back to what it was before, which is part of their motivation, right? And they want to do that at all costs. So when you go through Vilandea, you don't just see, terrible places and bleak lands, right? You see these wonderful things like this, this wonderful, the place of the archers and these wonderful ancient places that have, go to the next one, cameraman, that have lots of Fey influence. The Hazenwood has Fey influence, and there's actually some wonderful things about the Hazenwood, which we talked about a little while back, right? And it's just to understand Vilandea is to understand this contradiction, right? That there is beauty and wonder there, and also terrifying things, like Valdezar Prison. And we will talk about Valdezar Prison the next time, my friends. Yes.
Very nice.
Yes, I love Vilandea. I think it is one of those wonderful antagonists that people will hate forever. All right, yes, the Netherdark. So we are running out of time. We're already almost out of time.
Yes, and I don't have the first answer.
You don't have the first answer.
So you need to show me.
Cameraman, you should know all these answers. Don't you know that? You should know the answers.
I will admit that while you are oftentimes doing Netherdark, I am often doing behind the scenes, seeing things. So I know. I don't hear a lot of what you say, and I mean just in general, in life,
Well.
Sometimes
let me open it up.
We talk so much. Sometimes I just tune you out. We both know this. So
I know you do that too.
Well, and I think ditto back to me. So okay. So here's the deal. We have 3 winners this week. However, what's going to happen is each person who is drawn will get entered into the grand prize at the end. However, like the grand prize at the end of the Netherdark. So everyone will get an entry into that. However, we are only giving away 1 shirt today. So those 3 winners will go into a pool, and we will draw from that for who gets the shirt.
Wonderful.
So
all right. So let us go to this first slide.
Adam says sounds like when I talk to her as well. It's true.
Well played. Well played. All right, so if you recall, go ahead, cameraman, show us the next one. If you recall, we had traveled along from the Bleakwater station.
Wait a minute, is this map, that circle is where we're trying to get to?
No, that circle on the far side?
Yes.
Yes, but we'll get there.
So the Netherdark, let me see, we've played this for like 10 weeks now, and we've only made it.
Well, yes, it's an adventure.
He really likes travel.
Well, it's also a little toury at the same time. That's why I was thinking perhaps, we could finish this adventure, but perhaps we combine the tours with the adventure, which people might like a lot.
Oh, I like that idea.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I think
that's why I want some feedback from you all you smarties out there who know all these things and are good at this stuff and have good ideas. We love to hear from you about it. So anyway, we've traveled from the station. We've gone all along, and we're almost, on the fringe of the Glamourwood here. And all of a sudden we found this old Garund named Kuldrith, and Kuldrith, it just reminds me, where is my, cameraman, why don't I have my own script? I'm a little confused about this, is it very strange?
I mean, I have your script up here.
Well, I appreciate that.
Do you want me to do this?
No,
Ha-ha.
Oh God, no. Oh, there it is.
Okay.
I was way behind. That is the problem. All right.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So, of course, we had this wonderful Garund named Kuldrith who welcomed you into his home, and then you spent the night there. And the morning has dawned. And, of course, you are traveling with these 3 interesting characters, right? So there is the Dark Elf, right, whose name is Elstrin, and there is Lokabut, the goofy bard, right? And then there's this Tiak Brystone, right, who are your guides, and they are traveling with you. And so you've sat around the breakfast table, and you're sitting with Kuldrith, and he says some things to you as you prepare to leave. So, my friends, I do not wish you to go on this quest that you are choosing, for I fear it might end with your demises. But I do understand the ways of adventurers, because in long past days, I myself was one. But now I live here, alone in the woods, much more peacefully than perhaps in those days. Now I want to tell you that in your travels, I would advise you to not head south along the western fringe of the Deadwoods, because to go that way would take you across the center of the Old Roik, which would put you in the view of the Bane Warrens, where the Lord of the Spire might cause much difficulty for you. In this case, I would recommend that you instead go along the more northwesterly fringe of the forest, but that will require you to pass by Inseldrag. And that place is very dangerous. And I want you to understand that you might find some information there that could help you. But I do not think that you should do this without much care. For the self-called mayor of Inseldrag is quite dangerous. Now I bid you adieu, and I wish you great fortune in your travels. But wait a minute. Before you go, Cameraman D, before you go, aha, I'm on my game today, almost perfect. Before you go, do you know that there is another name for Inseldrag? And do you perhaps know what that name might be? Yes, my friends, what name might it be? Answer A, the Bairn. Answer B, the Tomb. Answer C, the Graven. Answer D, the Cairn. Now, how you do this is you put an exclamation point and the letter that you think is the correct answer into the chat, and it will automatically give you the entry, okay? So, exclamation point A, the Bairn. Exclamation point B, the Tomb. Exclamation point C, the Graven. And exclamation point D, the Cairn. Yes, do you know what the answer is? This is the question. Now, Cameramendi, are you in good shape? The poll is running.
Yep, the poll's running.
Yes, well done, Cameramendi. We're like a well-oiled machine today. It's perfect. Yes. So, my friends, we'll count it down. Quickly, put in your answers. Answer A, the Bairn. Answer B, the Tomb. Answer C, the Graven. Or answer D, the Cairn. What is the other name for Inseldrag? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I always love when you
Time is up.
count down like this.
Yes, marvelous.
There is like a 7-second delay, so I will close it after I finish the sentence.
Oh, yeah, you've got the delay.
Yes,
in case
exactly.
I say something totally objectionable, you can just cut the stream right away.
No, because at that point it's already streamed. So.
Oh, that's true, because I've already said the terrible thing.
Okay, here we
Maybe
go.
I need to say some terrible things.
I'm drawing the entry right now.
Here we go. The entry is being drawn.
It's Damien.
Damien, congratulations.
It's our first. And so right now, we have one person in our drawing for our shirt. And now I need to
There you are.
see, I need the next answer.
Yes, no problem. I'm going to tell it to you right now.
Okay.
Do you see this?
Yes. Okay.
Yes. So just to remind you, as we noted before, we're traveling with those 3 companions, and you leave.
Oh, yeah, they ask what is the answer. We always forget
Oh,
to
of course,
actually...
Okay, the
Yes.
answer is answer D, the Cairn. And that is actually on the map for you observant people. If you have checked the map out, you would see that there. The Bairn, of course, is a Scottish word for baby. The Tomb, of course, is a place where dead people lie. And the Graven, I don't even know what that is. I just made that up. Yes, so it is the Cairn, the Cairn.
Trey would like to know what the next answer was.
Well, I haven't done it yet.
I know,
Trey.
that was the idea.
I know.
Okay.
I see you, sneaky sir. You're sneaky. Yes, very sneaky.
Okay, so next up.
Y'all, I do want to tell you, I have such fun on Saturday mornings with you all. Sometimes I wake up, I'm kind of grumpy, and I kind of want to sit and just drink coffee and sit on the deck. And then I come down here, and all of a sudden, I come walking out, I've got a good smile on my face and all that stuff. Thank you for having coffee with us on Saturday mornings. And I like I said, we want to make this really fun and enjoyable for you. So hopefully you will give us some good suggestions, and we will continue to make it better and better.
Absolutely.
All right. So as you travel down the road, you come to these trees, right? It's this forest, right? Because you're still traveling through the forest. It's the one on the bottom, yeah, there, right there, yes. So you can see on this map, you see the little yellow line. This is where you will travel to get to the Enzeldrag, or the cairn as it is called. But you are still in the fringe of the forest. And you can go to the next slide real quick, Cameramendi. And the next one, the trees, there you go. And so it still has this dark and misty feel, the canopy over your heads, and the sounds, the hoots and the strange caws and calls that come out of the thickets around you. And of course there's danger here. It is also a fey place, because this is still where the Lord of Hues, right, holds sway. So my friends, just a quick reminder, because it's good to know the names of your comrades, right? It's good to know the names of your comrades. So do you all remember the name of this half dark elven fellow that is traveling with you? Right? Do you remember the name of this dark elven fellow? Yes. And here is the question. Answer A, Thranos. Answer A, Thranos. Answer B, Strilnos. Answer B, Strilnos. Answer C, Elstron. Answer C, Elstron. Or answer D, Kalnos. Answer D, Kalnos. So exclamation point A, Thranos. Exclamation point B, Strilnos. Exclamation point C, Elstron. Or exclamation point D, Kalnos. Yes, these are the questions. This is what we want to know. Do you remember the name of your comrade? Or do you just say, hey, dude?
I think it's a fair question. And if you've ever sat around a table with a new group before, it does take a while, I feel, to learn your characters' names, which is why I feel name tags are very appropriate.
Name tags are not a bad move,
for
right?
the first, yeah. Because, especially if you've known these people a while in the world, in the game.
Yes, because you call them Cameramendi instead of, I don't know, Persephone. Yes, Persephone. How's that, Cameramendi? Persephone.
I don't think I would ever.
That's a great name.
I'm not saying it's not a great name. I just don't think it would
be yours,
suit.
Right?
It wouldn't suit me.
All right. Answer A, Thranos. Answer B, Strilnos. Answer C, Elstron. Or answer D, Kalnos. 5 seconds now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is it.
Shoot.
What did you screw up, Cameramendi?
I didn't open the poll. I didn't
open
the poll.
Well, my friends, we're going to
one
open
more
Thank
time.
goodness I didn't tell the answer. So she didn't
one
open
more
the
time.
poll. So all of you put crap in. It doesn't matter. You can put crap in again because Cameramendi didn't open the poll.
That was.
I thought we were a well-oiled machine.
I was, but I
Cameramendi.
closed it so that way no one would answer it earlier.
Answer A, exclamation point A, Thranos. Answer B, exclamation. Maybe one of the suggestions is to get our act together. I almost said the S word, Cameramendi, but you wouldn't have liked that.
I already said crap on the street. Everyone's saying crap.
Crap. Oh, crap.
I know. I'm sorry. Everyone, please put in your vote.
Exclamation point A, Thranos. Exclamation point B, Strilnos. Exclamation point C, Elstron. And exclamation point D, Kalnos. Those are the questions. Answer quickly, my friends, because Cameramendi is. In fact, we're going to only give away 2 things today, Cameramendi.
So mortified right now. Oh my gosh.
Cameramendi, you are beloved. Do not worry.
Oh my goodness.
And
Okay.
besides, we are giving away free stuff. Everybody likes free stuff.
Okay, here we go.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, I'm drawing it right now.
We're drawing the name.
491 Phantom.
Yay, Phantom, you have won it. Very nice.
believe
And the
that
answer is, of course, Elstron, for
Yeah.
those of you who have been paying attention over the last few episodes.
So that's, I believe, Dennis.
So, yes.
Okay.
So we round a corner, and we see this little fellow sitting on a toadstool.
Aww. He's devious, isn't he?
He looks up at you and says, "Hello, adventurers. I am Fuzzle. Welcome to my dominion. My friend Coldwrath told me that you would be coming by. It is a pleasure to meet you, indeed." And that, my friends, is where we will stop today. Because
Oh,
Cameraman
we're
D
only going
dropped-
to do 2?
We're only going to do 2. That's the way it's going to be today. We'll do 4 next time or something. We'll make up for it because it's 11:10, Cameraman D.
Okay, well then between Dennis and Damien, we are going to roll.
No, should we not do that? Oh, to see which one wins to go to the next. All right,
who
Dennis.
who wins the shirt?
Who wins the shirt? Oh, that's right, because the other one wins the other.
Or we could just add a third person in. Hey, everyone, put in. Hold on.
All right, we're gonna do a quickie to get everybody their thing, so we want to get you out of here. So we're gonna give you a third chance to win something, even though it's not part of the questions. All right. So here's the answer, cameraman.
Wait. Create giveaway. I did something. Hold on.
Oh, see.
I got this.
Here she had this crazy idea, and now she's totally fumbling the goo everywhere. There's goo falling on the floor.
I have literally failed so horribly. That's not what I wanted to do.
So this is a freebie giveaway. They're just going to answer A, B, C, or D, and depending on which one I flash you is going to be the number.
Okay, hold on.
Or the letter.
I have to create the giveaway super quickly.
She's creating the giveaways really quickly.
Okay.
Anyway, my friends, I am Fuzzle. And next week, we will talk about what I want to talk to you about. Yes.
Okay, just do hashtag giveaway.
All right, my friends, here's what you're going to do.
All you have to do is
All you have to do is put in hashtag giveaway to be the third winner today. Hashtag giveaway to be the third winner today. Everyone gets a chance to win it, whether you guessed right or wrong on any answer.
Yeah.
Hashtag giveaway. Do it now. 5, 4, 3.
We still have people streaming in, so just keep going.
3.
Okay.
3.
Yes.
3. 3.
Hashtag giveaway.
Hashtag giveaway.
You guys are so generous.
3,
okay, thank
2,
you for being so kind.
1.
No, literally, Alphinius is over here just.
I'm turning red in the face.
Okay, here we go. I'm drawing
Is it time to stop? Time to stop?
Lydia Chan.
Lydia Chan. What, did she already win today?
She was drawn, but she'd already
That's
won
right.
the
So
Fabio.
Well,
we don't win yet. We have to. Now we are going to draw.
Yes.
So
Now
it's
we draw for the
between.
t-shirt.
It's between Damien, Dennis, and Lydia. Okay.
All right, my friends.
Here
Here
we
comes
go.
the big drawing between the three of you.
And it's Damien.
Damien, congratulations. You win the great Gooey Grognard t-shirt.
I just need you to send me your shirt size.
Yes, shirt size. Thank you, my friends. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. Hope this was fun for you. Send those comments, please, ideas, whatever we can do to make this stream really fun for you on Saturday mornings. We want it to be a blast. Have a wonderful day. May all your adventures be sticky. Ha ha!